Welcome, we will explain how pasta is made in a factory. Imagine stepping into a wonderfully warm and busy place that smells of freshly milled flour and clean water. This isn't just any building, it's a grand kitchen where pasta is born. Bright, spotless rooms with long, gleaming machines humming. People in crisp white coats moving with purpose. It feels like a secret city dedicated to perfect pasta. This magical journey begins with something simple. Pasta brings smiles, a comforting hug in a bowl. Long and slinky like spaghetti, short and chubby like little macaroni elbows. Today we're going on a behind-the-scenes adventure. We'll walk slowly through the factory and see every step. We'll watch humble ingredients transform into beautiful shapes. Think of the factory as a team of helpers, humans and machines, working in a beautiful dance. Every great story has a beginning, and our pasta story begins with the sun-drenched fields of wheat. For the very best pasta, the kind that cooks up beautifully firm and never mushy, the factory chooses a very special kind of wheat. It's called durum wheat. Its name means hard in Latin. This golden grain is packed with protein, which gives the pasta its wonderful strength and glorious yellow color. The factory receives huge bags of these precious grains, carefully grown and harvested, ready to become something delicious. Before the wheat can become pasta, it must first become flour. First, the grains get a gentle cleaning to remove dust and tiny stones. Then, big rollers grind the hard durum kernels again and again, not into fine cake flour, but into sandy flour called semolina. It feels like fine golden sand and has a lovely nutty smell. Now that we have our beautiful golden semolina and our pure water, it is time for them to meet. This happens inside a very large machine, the giant mixing bowl. Big, strong arms spin, a bit like paddles on a boat. The semolina is poured in, making a pale gold mountain. Very slowly and precisely, a gentle shower of water is added. Too much water makes it sticky. Too little makes it dry. The arms move slowly at first, folding water into every grain. Every single grain gets a little drink. It looks like wet sand, then little clumps form. The machine keeps turning, bringing clumps together. Slowly, a dough is born, turning a richer yellow. The factory fills with the wholesome smell of fresh dough. Computers control the timing so it's perfect every time. Once it comes together like a big lumpy ball, it's ready for the next adventure. The first and most crucial step is complete. Our newly formed dough is a bit rough and awkward, so it needs a workout to become strong and flexible. This step is called kneading, much like a baker kneads bread. Kneading builds gluten, a strong, stretchy net inside the dough. That net gives pasta its famous al dente bite. Without proper kneading, pasta can fall apart when cooked. The machine applies just the right pressure to make the dough smooth, elastic, and uniform. Watch it lose its lumps and become silky and supple. It takes on a lovely, even, pale yellow glow. After hard work, the dough takes a little nap, a quiet step called resting. During rest, the gluten relaxes, so the dough is easier to shape. Just like you feel better after a peaceful rest. Now it's strong, smooth, relaxed, and ready to become a shape. The dough goes into a machine called an extruder. Think of it as a giant tube that gently pushes the dough forward. At the end is a special tool called a die, the secret to pasta shapes. A die is a thick bronze or Teflon disc with precise holes. The holes decide the shape. Tiny round holes make long, delicate spaghetti. Crescent slits create ridged macaroni elbows. Special twists make spirally fusilli. Bronze dies give pasta a tiny roughness that holds sauce. A sharp blade cuts strands and shapes to the perfect length. Spaghetti hangs like laundry on lines to dry. Short pastas are sliced at high speed and tumble into a neat cascade. For ravioli, two thin sheets wrap little pillows of cheese or spinach. There are dies for bowtie farfalle and big ridged rigatoni. Factories can have hundreds of dies for a huge variety. Each shape is designed to hold sauce in its own special way. Fresh shapes are now ready for their next step, drying. Fresh pasta is soft, delicate, and pliable. Beautiful, but not yet ready to travel. To last months in your pantry, pasta is carefully dried in special rooms or tunnels. Dry too fast, and the outside hardens while the inside stays moist, the pasta can crack. So makers dry slowly, with warm air moving gently around the pasta. Short shapes rest on large screen trays. It follows a tradition from sunny courtyards in Naples, now perfectly recreated indoors. Thin shapes may take hours, thick ones can take more than a day. As moisture leaves, color lightens, and you get that familiar snap. Now the pasta is stable, strong, and ready to cook perfectly al dente. Even with precise machines, the most important test is done by people. They cook samples just like at home, in boiling salted water. They watch the pot. Does it hold shape? Is the water clear or cloudy? They look for perfect texture, al dente, or to the tooth. If bite, color, and flavor are right, production continues. If not, they adjust mixing, water temperature, or drying speed. Packing begins. Exact weights, neat bundles, and gentle handling. Packages are sealed, labeled, checked, and stacked on pallets for the journey. The final stop inside the factory is the warehouse, huge, clean, and organized like a grand library for food. Everything is tracked by computers and careful workers. Soon, big trucks pull up, and pallets are loaded for delivery. Some pasta goes nearby, some rides ships and planes across the world. A grain from an Italian field can end up on a plate in America, Japan, or Australia. Our tour ends here, but the pasta story continues with you. You find it in your local store, a neat box on the shelf. You take it home to your kitchen. You pour the hard, beautiful shapes into a pot of bubbling water. Heat and water bring it back to life. Then you drain it. You mix in your favorite sauce, maybe tomato, maybe creamy cheese. The journey, from golden wheat to humming factory, is complete. The care of farmers, the precision of machines, and the watchful eyes of pasta makers led to this meal. It's a simple food, made with love and attention to detail. If you enjoyed our tour, please give this a like and be sure to subscribe for more food adventures.